So Power Ranger Beast Morphers Season 2 Episode 7 is out, and it featured the debut of the Beast X King Zord and the Beast X King Ultra Bow. And overall, I think it was a pretty strong appearance for these two major items in the series. And overall, it was a pretty good episode, and I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. Now, the main focus in this episode was mostly trying to make the Beast X King Zord turn good again after Evox downloaded a virus into it and made it go a bit haywire, and that was the main focus. There wasn't a Robotron, there wasn't a Gigatron, it was mostly trying to get the Beast X King Zord back to its normal state after it was going a bit ballistic, which was the main focus, and there wasn't really a B-plot, unless you call the B-plot Nate and Zoe and Megan trying to get a cure for it, trying to make a device to make it get back to normal. But that was the main focus in this episode that we mostly focused on, is trying to restore the Beast X King Zord. It didn't really cut away to other stuff going on in the world of Power Rangers. That was the main focus. So the episode begins with Evox and Scrozzle talking about their plan, and I really do like how we finally found out what Evox's plan was and how it was all building up to this episode. So it was to brain control Nate, which is what we did in the last episode where they made him go under their control, and what the plan was to installing a malware, which I kind of like that we kind of didn't know what the plan was in last week's episode. We were kind of trying to guess what was going to happen, but it did lead into this episode, which was what I was kind of speculating in my review last week. So Nate invented a malware that they're going to install into the King Beast X Zord and make it go crazy, like I've been mentioning. So it's cool that we're seeing Evox's plan come into light. So the Beast X King Zord, it wasn't built by Grid Battle Force, which was a big surprise on my part because I thought this would be their big secret project that they're working on. But actually, it was mostly funded by General Burke and the Mayor, and the reason why they've got the Beast X King Zord is because of all the Morphex towers being built around the world. This is going to basically be the thing that protects them from all the bad guys happening, because, you know, the Power Rangers can't be everywhere at once. Well, yes, they can, but it's just in case stuff like that happens. So apparently they were going to be building more than one Beast X King Zord, which I'm hoping... I don't know what they do with the Beast X King Zord and Go Busters, but maybe we'll get like evil Beast X King Zords in the show. But it looks like they only built one, and that's the one that's going to be joining the team from now on moving forward in the episode. So the Mayor and the General Burke and Mayor Daniels, they basically built this Zord, this brand new Zord. And who did they hire to fund, or who did they hire to build the Beast X King Zord? None other than Megan, which really threw me off when we saw her in the trailers and the teasers and the previews, because I was like, why would Grid Battle Force hire her? Didn't she kind of get fired for blackmailing? But that's not the case. She was hired for a separate project because of her skills to help with everyone else. And yeah, we kind of get into her later and why she wanted to build the Beast X King Zord. That is going to be a fucking mouthful to say. Why she wanted to build the Beast X King Zord, and that's because she wanted a second chance to help the Rangers, because she was like, I did a bad thing last season. I was reckless. I was wanting to go to the top for all the wrong reasons, and I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Nate and Zoe. And Nate and Zoe, they're not very forgiving at first. Well, Nate isn't, because it's Nate, and she was the one that tried blackmailing him. Zoe's not very forgiving, but she does come around eventually, because Nate was very stubborn. And I did like that about Nate. Nate wasn't like, oh, I forgive you, Zoe, for what you did last season where you tried to screw me out of the job. No, he was very hesitant to letting her help, which kind of makes sense, because he was very on edge, thinking that she was purposely trying to screw him over. She wasn't the best at doing her job. He was very hesitant at trusting her, which was a good character moment for Nate, because it shows that he wasn't, oh, la-di-da-da, we're all friends now. No, it took him a while to come around to actually ask for her help, which a good character moment for Nate. It did make him kind of come off like as a dick, but he was being a dick for all the right reasons. So let's talk about the Beast X King Zord. Overall, I think it's a really cool looking design. I mean, I do like the lion bit of the Zord. Its battle mode looks really cool. I do like the design for it in battle mode. I don't know if it combines with the other Zord. I am looking at a Google search of the Beast X King Zord, and spoilers, it looks like it can turn into a motorbike or something, because you can see the Cheetah Zord riding it, which looks really cool, but I have no idea if this is going to combine with the other Zords, or this is just going to be a sister Zord or something like that. But either way, I do like the Zord's design, and I'm curious to see how Hasbro is going to handle this in toy form, because when this comes out in toy form, I am very curious to see what Hasbro is going to do with it. Is it going to turn into the bike? Is it going to turn into the Zord? Is it going to turn into all three? Are they going to make separate toys for the Zord? Probably the bank on making money. But either way, I do like the design for the Beast X King Zord, and the Beast X Ultra Bow looks alright. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's got the DNA of all the Zords and stuff like that. But yeah, I do like the design for the Beast X King Zord, and I'm curious to see what it's going to do later down the line in the show. So the day is saved, and the Beast X King Zord is turned good, Evox's plan is foiled, and all is well. So overall, it's a pretty fun episode. I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. It mostly focused on the Beast X Zord turning good, like I said at the start of the episode, and it didn't really slow down or detract from the main plot, which is a good thing about this episode. Now, it's cool to see Evox's plan finally coming to motion, but he's the bad guy. He's not always going to win. But I'm glad that Evox planned this out, like, in advance. It wasn't like, hey, I've got a plan off the fly, it's gonna hopefully work. No, he actually planned for this in other episodes, which is stuff that I like about Beast Morphers. Like, it sets up the seeds for other episodes later down the line to come, which I'm hoping that leads into the Dino team-up when we get to that eventually. I'm hoping later down the line this year. We'll see what happens, but this episode, like I said, it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. The Ben and Betty jokes I can maybe do without. I mean, it felt like it wasn't needed. Like, you had them doing the doing karate on the video because it was the wrong tape, and then they put the arrow down and it turns Steel's legs evil and stuff like that. Like, the Ben and Betty jokes I can do without. I love the characters, they're a lot of fun, but usually their timing is a bit weird when it comes to the humor. Like, the jokes will make me laugh, but I was like, that kind of slowed down a little bit. But either way, good episode. I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. I think we've got 2 more episodes and then we go into hiatus mode. I don't know for sure. I think next week is either Secret Struggle or Boxed In. I don't know for sure. But I think from what I've heard with the Twitter pages and the sources, we're getting 9 episodes. We're on episode 7, so 2 more to. And that's pretty much my review for the episode. Tell me what you guys thought of the episode in the comment section down below. What was your favourite part? What was your least favourite part? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care.